Welcome to a new episode. Today we're gonna look a little bit at the sequel to Gabriel Knight, The Sins of the Father, which is called Gabriel Knight Mystery, or it was actually called The Beast Within, a Gabriel Knight Mystery. So the Gabriel Knight headline was taken down. This here is a game that came out, I think, a year or two after the first one. It is still done by Sierra, and the only thing is that it's completely redone. It's not the same style. The cast is different. No big what's it called? No big movie actors in this one here. So totally different style. And the other thing is that it came on, I think, 3 or 4 CDs, and you had to you could make a big install, but you still have to switch CDs at some point. Uh, but they at least made it like it was in between chapters that you switch CDs. But anyways, um, let's take a look. I'm gonna try to skip most of the cutscenes because this here is a spoiler for the first one. Huge spoiler. So let's skip this one here. But let's talk a little bit about what we're actually seeing here. And we're skipping this one here. As you can see, interface is totally redone, and it's actually live action shot. It's real characters acting the whole thing through. It's actually sceneries that are taken in and then put into the game itself. That's why you can't move to areas, but you can click on certain items. As you can see, there's a bag over there. There's you can look at the cross. You can look at the cupboard and stuff like that. And you can exit. That means you actually go and look in the other direction. So it's totally different. The interface is still the same. With that, you have like you can click on things. You have you don't have different gestures like this one here. It will actually switch automatically depending on what you're looking at. For instance, if you look at a person, or look at a person, that you will actually just talk to them without stabbing with the knife that you're actually holding right now, as you can see. Anyways, still have your inventory, and again, it's if you look at it, still hand drawn, some of it. Other things like let's switch back to this here and this. Looks a little bit more realistic, but still some things are still. You still have, for instance, that you can go in. This was actually something new, in my opinion. You can go back and watch chapter scenes that you missed. So by me skipping this, I can still go back and see the opening if I missed something, a clue in there they're actually talking about. You still have your tape recorder. As you can see, this here is scans or pics taken from a real tape and put into a game. And with this here, you can actually splice tapes, which you can see here. But still, some things from the old game are still there. The clock is really annoying, I know it. But let's check out the back. As you can see, it switches over to movie sequence, which you can't skip. And then you pick up stuff. Let's see. Let's pick up my wallet. And he picks up the other stuff automatically. So now we know nothing more there. And done with that. And then we can check some letters here. Now we can open it.
It's from the Ritter family lawyers.
And we can, of course, read this one here also. And this is here looks like a scan of some kind. And you
Gabriel,
can see
I just
anything is.
notified the Catholic Church
You
about a
don't
miracle.
actually have to read it, so it's voiced over again. Everything is voiced in here because it's a real actor, so that's a very, very cool thing. And let's see here, what else do we have? Oh, I already did that. Exit. Oh, let's talk a little about here. Details, depending on what type of computer you have, it's still only one size resolution, so you can't pick much about it. It runs in DOSBox at the moment, so you can mess around with the details. That's pretty much it. And save big movies, little movies, depending on at the time when it was still. Um, still still a new game. You had to mess a little bit around with it. I actually was able to almost run it in full detail, but yeah, no, I don't want to quit. So that's pretty much it. It's a really, really great story, and especially with the cast. Even though it's non-famous actors, the cast is actually really great. But again, there is a sequel to this. There is in total 3 games in the Sierra Gabriel Knight series. The third one is again came at a time where things were new and the industry was trying something new. So that was a 3D game, as you know it. As you know, some games today, not that detailed, of course. It's still an old game. So this here is in the era where, for instance, if you played Phantasmagoria, if you played what's it called? The series Tex Murphy's Detective something under Killing Moon was also done in something like this. So let me show a little bit more. A little bit about the story in this game. Gabriel is sent out to, or actually lives now in Germany. He aired some stuff here. He actually aired a castle from his uncle, and now he lives here. He inherited a lot of money, and now he's trying to find something new to write about, and he gets involved in a little bit of a wolf attack in a outside town near Munich, which of course some of you people know, some of you don't. The great thing about this game.
I don't think the Ubers want me in their private bedrooms.
Here we go. Let's go outside. As you can see again, it changes custom. We just click. We don't want to watch that. Just to get out the annoying sounds of the clock. Anyways, the funny thing is with this game here, if you understand or at least can read a little bit German, it helps the game immensely and it makes it a lot easier because there are a lot of small hints around the game that actually is easier to understand if you know a little bit about German history and a little bit German. But it's not required at all. I'm not going to say it's to complete this game you have to speak German or something, or at least understand German. No, you don't. It's just because it's hugely based in Germany and the actors are from Germany because it's in the near town Munich. You hear them speak German, you hear them say something, and it's meant for Gabriel as who you play not to understand it. But the funny thing is, if you understand it as a person who's actually just playing a game, it hints you a lot. Maybe spoils a little bit of the game, but I actually thought it was really, really funny. I live near Germany, in Denmark, so it's a lot easier for me to play the game, and I enjoy it every time. It's a great game. So that's pretty much for this episode. Stay tuned for the next one, and thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.
Subscribe.